Test 1 2. Test 1 2 3. Testing 1. Well, we welcome you in here to Assumption High School in Wisconsin Rapids, Minnesota. Happy Thursday from Central Wisconsin as we get ready for this matchup between the Assumption Royals and Neillsville High School on Zaleski Sports. And a reminder that today's pregame is brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout Central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today.
We have team members in our lives, whether it's this or that or friends, and he's my team member that look for my best interest. And he said, we're going to get you up walking without the walker. And I'm like, oh, really? And he says, yeah, we are. I'm really grateful from the bottom of my heart to Shai and his staff because they made the impossible seem possible.
Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Next Step Prosthetics, the fit for you.
And we welcome you back in here to Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, as we get ready once again for this matchup between the Royals and the Warriors here on Zaleski Sports. My name is Connor Philpy. Thank you so much for tuning in to what should be a great Thursday night of volleyball action between these two squads. As we'll take a look at both of these two squads. The away team, the Neillsville Warriors of Neillsville, Wisconsin. They are currently sitting at 3-3 overall in overall play. They're 1-1 in best-of-5 matches so far this season and 0-1 within their own conference. Their last game they played, or match, that they played, was a loss 3-1 versus a good Colby team. Although they did impressively beat Auburndale in tournament play 2-1 on the 6th of September, one of their most recent matchups. And so they will look to kind of bounce back from that loss on the 9th. We'll take a quick look here at some of the top performers for this team. Madeline DeVell leaves the team in kills per set in 2.3 per set. And I did say that correctly. It is Madeline DeVell. And Jessica Kuhn leads the team in multiple different metrics. She leads in serving aces per set, as she is their top server for this team. Madeline DeVell also leads in kills for the team. Emerson Ormond leading with 23 receptions. Layla Walk with 18 assists. And Emerson Ormond also leading in digs per set. Eden Marg leading in hitting percentage with 33.3%. And Braylon Onding also leading in multiple different categories, or I should say in second in a lot of different categories. In kills per set, hitting percentage, she's also a player to watch. That's Braylon Anding, And I'll get those right throughout the course of tonight's match. Take a look here at the home team, the Assumption Royals. They have a 1-9 overall record, and they are 0-1 in 3 of 5 match play. Their first 3 of 5 match was our last game that I called on Zaleski Sports on Tuesday versus Newman Catholic. They did get swept in that one 3-0 here at home. Now we'll take a look at the leaders for this team, and just like Tuesday's pregame, we're talking about Rylan Cusack. Leading team in kills per set, hitting percentage, total blocks, serving aces per set, and kills. And she is in second and third in pretty much every other category. Also look for Carly Halbersma with 2.7 digs per set. Kylie Carroll, 65 assists, and also in second in serving aces and aces per set. Also second in digs with 54. Ava Moon, second in kills with 20. She's also definitely a player to watch for this team. And so as we get ready here for National Anthem and announcing these rosters pretty soon here, another reminder that tonight's game on Zaleski Sports and this pregame show brought to you by Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetic and orthotics throughout Central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. And also Wisconsin River Orthopedics. For all of your orthopedic needs, place your trust in Wisconsin River Orthopedics. You'll find advanced comprehensive orthopedic care and specialized medical feedback on any injury. Learn more at WROinstitute.com. And also Bruce Orthodontics. Bruce Orthodontics provides comprehensive orthodontic care for patients of all ages. They are now accepting new patients at their Marshfield office and accept most insurances. At Bruce Orthodontics, they're changing lives one smile at a time. Set up a free consultation today. And while we have a little bit more time with you, we will take a look at some of the other games being streamed here on Zaleski Sports. And if you're one of those that likes to look at multiple screens at once, you can pull things up on your TV, your laptop, your phone, and watch all these games all at once and do kind of a Sunday NFL ticket type deal. Oshkosh North going up against Menasha in a rare Thursday night football matchup here on Zaleski Sports. All of these games I'm about to mention starting at 7 o'clock here on Zaleski. Of course, the game we have here tonight, we have Lola Scandinavia and Auburndale going up against each other. They're in Auburndale. Northland Pines is going to be playing Mosinee. DC Everest going up against Wausau West. And we have Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln versus Marchfield. That should be a good contest. And also Wausau East going up against Stevens Point. And so about a minute left here in Neillsville's warm-up as we take a look at some matchups to look forward to for both of these two teams as well. After tonight's matchup, we have a game against Brookwood for Neillsville. That will be a tournament play game, I believe. And that is indeed true. For the Assumption Royals, they're going to be going on kind of a road stint here. And they will be playing a very tough Auburndale team. That'll be another conference team for the Assumption Royals. For these two squads, Sean Cusack is the head coach for the Assumption Royals. Keyshawn Hoffman is the assistant coach. And as for Neillsville High School, it is Chelsea Schmidt heading up this Neillsville squad. As Neillsville back to their respective benches, as it looks like there is going to be an on-court presentation here for some of the youth of the Assumption Royals organization. And we'll hand things over to the PA.
So let's give it up for these kids, fans. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise. In honor of those who gave their lives on September 11th, 2001, we ask that you please join us for a moment of silence. Thank you, and now for prayer. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Thank you for the opportunity to compete and bring out the best in each other. Please keep everyone safe from injury, harm, and disrespect. For our athletes, coaches, fans, and officials, give each of us the charity, humility, and courage to play, coach, cheer, and referee in a manner which is pleasing you, giving our absolute best for your glory and honor. Saint Michael the Archangel, pray for us. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, being sung tonight by Assumption High School junior Gianna Peters.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched
And with all of the national anthem and that great moment of respect for observation of 9/11 here tonight, of course, always sending ripples through our country. And we will go ahead and go over these starting lineups here. For the away Neillsville Warriors, we have number 1, Layla Walk, the junior. Number 2, Olivia Langreck, the senior. Number 3, Rachel Dukes, the senior. Number 4, Carson Schmitz, the senior. Number 5, Braylee Opelt, the sophomore. Number 6, Braylyn Anding, the junior. Number 7, Devin McDonald, the senior. Number 8, Madeline Dable, junior. Madeline Dable. I will make sure that is my last mistake for Madeline Dable here tonight. Junior. Number 9, Addison Kranz, sophomore. Number 10, Mercedes Bales. She's a senior. Number 11, Jessica Kuhn, a senior. Number 12, Riley Hemp, sophomore. Number 13, Eden Marg, freshman. Number 14, Mackendy Barth, senior. Number 20, Emerson Ormond, a senior. And I'll say it a few more times just to get it into my brain. Madeline Dable. I'm good to go now, folks. Assumption High School starting lineup here. Abrielle Rusinski, a freshman. Hayden Egan, a freshman. Number 4, Kylie Carroll, a junior. Number 5, Kaya Gayant, a sophomore. Number 6, Rylan Cusack, a sophomore. Number 7, Madison Moss, a junior. Number 9, Ava Moon, a junior. Number 10, Nora Ross, a sophomore. Number 12, Natalie Mungia, a freshman. Number 20, Jess Norton, a junior. And Carly Halbersma, she is a junior. And so we get ready to start things off here. Once again, Assumption High School looking to get their first 3 of 5 match win of the season. And we'd like to remind you that Volleyball and Zaleski Sports is brought to you by Wirtz & Company of Wisconsin Rapids, ready to construct your dreams. If you can dream it, Wirtz & Company will make it come true. Wirtz & Company of Wisconsin Rapids, 715-213-1281, and Wirtz & Company on Facebook. And so we will start things off with the home Assumption Royals. Serving the ball, Kylie Carroll behind the line. Trying to dig that one out was Madeline Dable, and she will misplay it off her left hand, and so that will be the first point of the match here to the Royals. And that one handled nicely by Schmitz, and then getting it over is Dable. Set up and sent over by Assumption. The setup there by Walk, and it's sent over, but it is too far. And Assumption with an early 2 points. We talked in their last match that they unfortunately got swept in, that one of their biggest problems in that game, or in that match, was too many situations where they were not the team that got the most momentum on any given occasion. They're looking to change that around with 2 straight points to start this one off. The floater handled, and that one tipped over, and it looked like her hand was just past the net, as she will tap it down easily, but a little too easily that time, as it'll be the first point of the match for Neillsville. Walk sending this one over. Dug out nicely by Halbersma, and then sent over on the other side. Neillsville gets it down, blocked nicely though by the tandem of Cusack and Moss. Assumption back on the defensive, floating this one over, and that one will land. Sending this one beautifully is Rylan Cusack. And she makes this 3-1, put up a beautiful floater. It felt like it was almost destined to go further than that line, and it didn't. It dropped perfectly right before going out of bounds, as Cusack will now be the one to serve it away. And that one will be another Assumption point, as that one was a nice diving effort that time by Emerson Ormond, but couldn't quite get to it. Early success for this Royals team, hoping to bounce back here tonight. Third straight serve for Cusack. And this one off the hands of Schmitz. Scoring in chunks, something that was on short supply on Tuesday that they're now able to capitalize on early in this first set. This one will be dug out, but off to the side. 7-1 now in the first set. As some substitutions will come in here for Neillsville. Or just one, actually. It's going to be Rachel Dukes. That will come in relief of Carson Schmitz. Grabbed there by Ormond. Set up, and then Ormond will put it over herself. Set up there by Cusack on the near side, stopped over. Stopped again by Cusack. Carroll with it now over to Cusack, and they'll send it over again. On the outside is Dable, and that is down. A solid point that time as Neillsville battled back on that possession. And a nice solid hit right into the center of that Assumption team. Of course, the number one rule of volleyball, hit them where they're not. As this one will be tapped over nicely by Moon. The setup now by Walk on the other side. The floater will be stopped. Another setup by Walk on the other side now, and that one is Dukes. Sent it down. Not sure if that one got tipped on the line, but if not, that was great placement right on that far edge on the near side of your screen. And now Barth will send it over. 6-3 here in the first set. Tapped over by Moon. And now back the other way. Dug out nicely there. Nice play by Barth. And then sent over, but too high. Madison Moss with a nice attempt with that one for the Royals. But a little too much mustard on it. And so Neillsville now trying to come back in this first set. They were down 6-1 at one point, now 3 straight in their favor. But that one will go and sail too far. And those are the things you got to avoid losing the momentum that they had. And so now serving will be Madison Moss. And this one will go far to the near side of the court. Serving errors on either side now, and it's right back to Neillsville with Braylon Anding. And that one was a tough one, but able to get it past, able to play that off the net. A nice block that time. And it looks like it was the tandem of Ava Moon and Nora Ross as blockers up front, making that one happen. Front court play, definitely something that Assumption wanted to focus on in this game as they make it 8-5. And Hayden Egan will be the one to serve this one away. Assumption student section showing up in full force tonight as that one will hit the net and give possession right back to Neillsville. Dable will serve. That one dug out by Halbersma, set up on the far side, and that one will split defenders. As it looks like that one was Ava Moon once again sending it down. And that one landed right between the two Neillsville players that were playing the back court. Stopped by Ormond, sent back over. Dug out nicely by Moon, smacked over, and that one, it will pinball off a couple different Neillsville players. But that one also good for a point for Assumption, 10-6 now in the first set. Two straight points here for Assumption, and I didn't jinx it. Tapped over too far. Good attempt by Dukes, but just a little bit too much on that one. Assumption trying to pull away early here in the first set. Dable gets it, set up by Walk. The set over by Orman is stopped. Barth gets it over to Walk, and it's sent down, dug out, but it will be out of bounds. It was eventually Dukes that was able to get that one up and over. Sub coming in here for Neillsville, Braley Opelt coming in for Barth. 11-7 here in the first set. Good setup that time for Carroll to send it over. Another set by Walk. Or excuse me, assist attempt anyway, and that one will go to the Royals. Didn't quite see what the infraction was there. Potentially another hand too far over the net. And it will be a serve here for Nora Ross. 12-7 in the first set, and that one just far. As that one was, looks like a line judge had to make that call. It was a little bit too close to call there, but it was just on the outside of that line. Serving it away is Ormond. Carroll gets it over to Cusack, who sends it over. Walk. And that one is blocked. And no one will get to it. Cusack and Moss combining on that block. And Assumption feeling some of that energy that just was never in the building in Tuesday's match. It felt like momentum was stolen away from them early, and they have it now in this match as that one is sent high. And those are some of the things that you see once you start to panic a little bit on the other side of the ball. You feel like you're trying a little bit too hard to force this one in the back court and end up sending it too far. Or excuse me, that one must have been tipped because it was Neillsville's point, 13-9. Ormond touches it over to Walk, sent in, and that is in. A few of the Assumption players weren't sure about that call. I didn't see it on my end, obviously. All the way up here on the other end of the court from our perspective. As that one is sent over by Walk. There's Halbersma, and then off the end there by Cusack. Quick play here late in the first set. Cusack will send it over, and that one will be tipped over, and it is eventually going to go all the way to the near side out of bounds. As Assumption will get that point back either way. And Cusack will go back now to serve it. As this one was close but didn't quite get over. As a couple substitutions will come in here. Looks like Kuhn and Barth will be coming in. And they'll be replacing Schmitz and Opelt. Barth serving it right off of the bench. That was a close one. Good decision to keep with it. Sent over by Barth now. Stopped by Carroll. Now sent back over. Nice block there by Ormond. Cusack over to Carroll and then spiked down and stopped once again by Barth. From the near side, Stopped once more by Barth. 2 players almost on it, but calling him off was Anding. Cusack with a muscle to get it over, and we've got a long volley here. From the outside, that one is just out. Neillsville's point on an impressively long volley back and forth there by these two teams. And getting a much-deserved break is Emerson Ormond, as Eden Marg will come in. Halbersmuth first to touch it, eventually getting it over to Moon, and it looks like that was too many touches for Assumption, as Neillsville slowly working their way back into it just like that. It is 14-13, and that will warrant a timeout for Sean Cusack. Well, tonight's game on Zaleski Sports brought to you by Metelka in Wisconsin Rapids, one of North America's largest aluminum, belay, and slab producers. Come get to know Metelco and how their mission, values, and visions set them apart. Find your future job at Metelco and apply online at metelco.com. And also by Valley Communities Credit Union. For 90 years, Valley Communities Credit Union has been part of your hometown team. Local, trusted, and strong. Valley Communities Credit Union, where community comes first. Federally insured by NCUA. Infinity Exteriors. I'll start that one over. Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind. Roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors. We guarantee quality you can trust. Now that's one I always gear up for, that unscrupulous word, and I got ahead of myself. Forgot to say Infinity Exteriors for a second. And finally, Maple Fall Fest is September 13th and 14th in Marshfield. Check out arts and crafts vendors, the Kids Zone, and yummy food. Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. And so, Neillsville has made this one a much more interesting set, as there have been points in this one that Assumption was leading by 5. I believe that was the most they were leading by at any point in this set, but Neillsville every time has been able to battle back and make things work to get back into this set, as Braylon Anding will send it away. Nice dig that time, as it will be sent over, but just too far, as Ryland Cusack had a very good dig there kind of in the center of the court. And that one will hit the line, just barely. As that was a really close one, really hard to judge that if you are Ava Moon over there. And just a step away from keeping you in front, but now Neillsville is ahead, 15-14. Now from the outside is Moon. The setup on the outside, and that one will go towards Neillsville. A beautiful setup that time by Walk, and Dable will smack it home. Third straight serve here for Anding, is just like that. Neillsville gets ahead 16-14. 5 unanswered points for Neillsville, as there's another tap over and a beautiful play that time, as Walk has really been the facilitator for this team. And that time, seeing that they were in position for a potential spike, decided to just tap it over and leave him out of position. Potential a little bit of a miscommunication that time, as Assumption will get a point back, 17-15. Moss gets it over. Ormond gets it and then smacked down. Nice stop once more by Cusack. Keeping it alive is Neillsville, tapping this one over. Stopped easily. Now on the outside is Moon sending it. Another dig that time by Ormond, excuse me. Carroll sets it, and that time it is too far as Neillsville gets another point. Moon has been asked to do a lot on that far side of the court. And the small but mighty Neillsville student section giving it to the Assumption student section a little bit, but their serve goes and hits the net. 18-16, it's a close one here in the first set. As a substitution made, it's going to be Riley Hemp coming back in, and Dayville will get a break. It looks like there was a substitution for Assumption as well. Potentially that was Nora Ross coming in. Might have been Gayant that came out, as that serve goes too far. Back to a 3-point set. And so those momentum swings that I talked about to start out the game or match, as Assumption felt like they were getting the brunt of them early on, but then, like I said, those 5-point swings are huge in a 25-point set. Neillsville comes back from being down 3, makes it a 2-point lead, and able to build on that momentum from there. Royals trying to get back into it. That one stopped nicely by Hemp and then sent back over by Ormond, dug out by Cusack. And now Cusack will hit it herself, dug out nicely. And a good attempt that time to dig that one out was Gayant, but just was ranging a little too far to her near side for her to get it back in play. And the first to break 20 is Neillsville, 20-16 if you're just joining us here in the first set. Duke sends it over. Carroll sets it up for Ross, and that one too far. And another timeout taken here for the Assumption Royals, talking things over once more. As we like to thank a few more sponsors of Zaleski Sports. Ritchie Funeral Home has been serving family after family in Nakusa and Wisconsin Rapids since 1957. Find the very best in-person service at Ritchie Funeral Home or find them online at ritchiefuneralhome.com. Econ Electric is your local residential, commercial, and industrial electric service provider. Since 1970, people have turned to Econ Electric. That's Econ Electric in Wisconsin Rapids. Just like these players bring their best to the field, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Roofing, siding, windows, and doors, Ridgetop Exteriors has the winning strategy to protect your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com as these two teams make their way back onto the court. Assumption trying to stop these Neillsville Warriors from stealing this match, or this set, right out from under them. Leading it by 5 2 different times throughout this set. But now it is Neillsville leading by 5. Hemp set up now by Walk over. Opelt can't get it down. Cusack sends it over, stopped by Dukes. And that one, perfect placement that time. Believe that was Marg who was able to get a hand on that one. And she placed that one perfectly right in that near corner. And just to be clear, when I say near, I'm talking about in relation to your screen. Front court and back court being the vertical distance. Hit from the middle, but that's well too far, and Assumption will get a point back. They're going to try and lump some points together here in the late stages of this set. Try not to let what's just happened here rattle them. Sent over by Moon. Dug out by Hemp. And then sent over by Opelt. Trying to get kind of a hook on that one that time was Moon. Couldn't quite get it where she wanted it to be. And now their backs are against the wall, 23-17. Ormond with a nice low angle shot that time, and it was kind of just a weird carom up against that net. It's kind of one of those you have to wait for it to reach all the way to the bottom of the net, then hit it at the perfect time behind you to another player. It's just so difficult to do, and now we have set point here against Assumption as Cusack will send it down, and they're still in the set off of a nice spike by Cusack. Again, she leads the team in kills. Nora Ross will serve this one away. Dug out by Hemp. Walk with the setup. And that will win the set. Braylon Anding is able to get it done as the Neillsville Warriors will take set one here in enemy territory. And we will take a step aside here on Zaleski Sports.
Wirtz & Company of Wisconsin Rapids is ready to construct your dreams. Wirtz & Company will give you peace of mind with that much-needed roof repair. Have a remodeled dream for what used to be your favorite room in the house? Living area, kitchen, bath, bedroom. If you can dream it, Wirtz & Company will make it come true. Wirtz & Company will also build your next home. Wirtz & Company of Wisconsin Rapids, 715-213-1281, and Wirtz & Company on Facebook.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
You want a great selection at a great price and a company that stands behind their products? You will find Wolfcraft, Ashley, Marshfield Furniture, and more.
Looking to get the best sleep of your life? We have a mattress for you. Get a 15-year non-paraded hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night, and we also carry adjustable beds. When it comes to flooring, furniture, and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
Be a part of a Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest, September 13th and 14th. Start each morning with a potato or buttermilk pancake breakfast and shop over 125 handmade arts and craft vendors. Also, make sure to check out the Kids Zone, yummy food court with maple specialties, beer garden, and a comedic grilling show with TV's Mad Dog and Meryl. Don't miss the 33rd Annual Maple Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 13th and 14th at Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com and follow us on Facebook.
The Auto Service Specialist at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service can change your oil, fix your brakes, align your vehicle, make that check engine light go away, and more. Great service from great people at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Northwoods Windows has been helping homeowners all over central and northern Wisconsin with replacement windows, patio entry doors, and more. We've done installations in over 10,000 homes, including cottages, churches, and businesses. Our installers are trained, experienced professionals, and we're an authorized dealer of home improvement products from some of the top manufacturers. We offer free in-home consultations, no-pressure sales, honest pricing, and a job well done. Contact Northwood Windows today and see why you should choose us.
My grandparents worked so hard their whole life to keep things nice. You want to make sure that you're getting the job done correctly. At no point did I feel like I wasn't being handled by professionals. They were literally taking it on a surgical level, it seemed. Like they were very, very thorough on every step. I feel like Infinity treated my family with the same respect they would have treated their own. I feel like my house was brand new again.
Oh, welcome back here to Assumption High School in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin, as we get ready for the second set of action here between the away Warriors and the home Royals. Warriors able to come away with that set one victory. They were down 6-1 at one point, and then I believe it was 11-6. But then were able to storm all the way back. Got 5 in a row at one point, and just all the momentum shifted their way. Anding now sent down, and that will be down. And it's been kind of a battle here between Dukes, Walk, Cusack, and Moon, really, in terms of up front. Obviously, most of the dirty work done in the back court, but in terms of the kills and digs and the assists, those have been the players to watch so far. Sent over that time by Carroll. Walk once again and trying to tap this one over, but just kind of made that decision a little too late. And Assumption will win the first point of this match. Excuse me, that's 1-1. And now Assumption up 2-1. Seven o'clock start as always here from Assumption High School. As this one has some good distance on it. Set up by Anding. And then stopped on the other side by Cusack. Or excuse me, that was Ava Moon with the stop. Now a nice diving attempt there by Halbersma, and then that's sent over and down. Assumption up by 2. Three straight now for Assumption. And a little bit of a miscommunication that time. Not sure if Walk or Ormond was the one that was supposed to go to that one, but it ends up landing on the far side. And this is what we're talking about here, the scoring in chunks. Royals need to be on the upper hand of that. Walk with another setup, smacking that one down, and the tandem of Anding and Walk has been huge to start off this second set. Opelt will come out for Barth, and then Dukes will come in for Schmitz. Running all the way across court to get that one was Carroll, and then sending it down, I believe was Gaillant. Or it might have actually been Moon the way they were celebrating. It was actually Cusack that was able to get that one down. And Cusack stops on the other way, sends it down herself, and that one is in. And so Cusack trying to take over this match herself. Like we've been talking about in the pregame and all the way through so far, Cusack has been the leader in pretty much everything for this Assumption team this season. Anding will send it over, and nice decision that time by Kylie Carroll on that end. Seeing that one was on its way out, and that's going to force a Neillsville timeout. Early on in this one, Assumption stealing all the momentum. Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank proudly supports our local athletes and their families. From personal to business banking and everywhere in between, let Nakusa Port Edwards State Bank work for you. ShedsDelivered.com is your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. See their display lots in Marshfield, Medford, and Wisconsin Rapids, and get more information at ShedsDelivered.com. And Zaleski Sports is also brought to you by Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And so Assumption trying to take this momentum and run with it this time as they let it slip away in that first set. And volleyball, I would argue, the most momentum-based sport there is. And a little bit of a tough one there as there were 3 Assumption Royals right there in the middle of the court trying to figure out who was going to take that one, and no one did in time. So Neillsville will get possession back here as it will be Anding sending it over. Stop by Cusack. And then a nice block that time by Neillsville, getting it back over those Assumption. Now the tip back the other way. And it looks like they are going to give the point to Neillsville off of Dayville. And looks like there was a little bit of a discussion on whether or not that hand was a little too far over, but it was not. 2 straight points now for the Warriors, as that one will be Out of bounds, very close to that backcourt line. But Assumption will get that point right back. 8-4 now here in the second set. If you're just joining us, thanks so much for joining us here on Zaleski Sports. 1-0 set lead in favor of the Warriors. This one sent over. Cusack will facilitate it over to Carroll. Knocked back over by Cusack and then dug out by Ormond. On the outside, a diving attempt, and that one not quite able to get it there was Moss, but a good effort for her. Makes it 8-5 for Neillsville. As Davo will now serve it away. Stop there by Halbersma. Now to the other side. That one stays on the right end, looks like, of that out-of-bounds pole. And then that one will bounce kind of in a weird position where no one could really get to it. Gaillan hustled over to it, but to no avail. Neillsville with another 2-point swing now to make it 8-6. They've been slowly but surely making their way back, but then they lose a little bit of that momentum as that serve will go too far. And now Kaya Gaillant will serve it away herself. She's a sophomore for this Royals team. Stop there by Barth. Tipped over. And they won't call that a double touch because it was kind of blocked in tandem by the Royals. As Moon will get this one over. Going for it is Walk. She's able to get it over, and then a nice stop by Marg. Walk once again sets it up, and that one out of bounds. So 10-6. Second straight serve by Gaillant. Another good one for her. Barth getting it over to Dukes. Dug out by Cusack. And now on the outside is Moon. Dug out again by Ormond. On the outside, Dukes, and she gets it down. Was hoping that would be something that I didn't do here tonight, is mispronounce that name. Looking down at my paper, I always have it written down as Dukes. And Dukes will now serve it. Dug out nicely by Halbersma, but then kind of had a weird low angle on it. Couldn't grab it. And Neillsville back to a 2-point game. Assumption getting out to these big leads, trying to not let Neillsville close them, but they're getting close once more. Set up on the outside again to Moon, as that one looks like there was a little bit of a miscommunication there. Davo was in a better position to get that one. And Assumption right back out in front as Moon will serve it. Set up by Walk in the middle. And a nice play that time, as it's like Ormond was the one to set it over and kind of left Assumption a little bit out of position there. Back to 11-9 now. Moon now over to Carroll, who gets it over. Walk on the outside, up in the middle now. Cusack with a nice tandem block by Walk, and Anding can't get it over. Walk gets it over to Anding now. Set up by Carroll on the outside. Cusack can't get it, or excuse me, she can. Thought she hit it out of bounds, but she threaded the needle. Perfectly threaded that needle. Trying to get this momentum back on Assumption's side. Now a 3-point game. Trying to see if they can finally get past that 3-2 score change, as that one will get blocked back down by Cusack. And then a nice set right where Royals weren't. Looks like that was either Opelt or Anding right there in the middle. So that's been the scoring difference here. It's been a 3 point lead, then a 2-point lead, back and forth here for Assumption, and now it's going to be 1. As that one went off the hand of Arroyo. Walk will serve it once more, 12-11 now in the second set. That one dug out nicely by Moon. Sent down by Cusack. That one is out of bounds. And we are tied once again. Assumption once again seeing an early set lead slip away from them. Third straight serve here for Walk. Cusack with a nice setup there, but does not fool the Warriors. Walk now on the outside to Anding, and that one is down. Excuse me, that was Dable with the kill. And another timeout, this time by Sean Cusack. And we'll send things over here to Rapid Sheet Metal. Heating and cooling places your comfort at home as their highest priority. Not too hot, not too cold. That's the plan with Rapids Sheet Metal in Wisconsin Rapids. Give them a call or find them online at rapidssheetmetal.com. For all of your tire and auto service needs, look to Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Great deals on tires that fit your needs is a sure thing to get back on the road. That's Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Fill your home with the best from home furniture. Sofas, sectionals, beds, recliners, lighting, tables, rugs, and so much more. Home Furniture with locations on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. And so we'll see how this Assumption team can bounce back. They found themselves up by 5 once again early in this set. Now staring down a deficit, but a short one there, 13-12. The setup on the outside, Carroll, Moss can't get it over. Dug out nicely there by Moon. Quick play in the front court, now all the way to the back court. Here is Moon getting it all the way over with a long shot. Back and forth here for the 24th or 26th set, or 26th point in this set, excuse me, as this one is down. A nice play that time by Cusack. She is trying to take this match over, and we're all tied up at 13. Assumption showing heart, staying in this one. Carroll will now serve it for Assumption, as this one will now hit the net. Couple substitutions coming here for Neillsville. Coming back in here is Barth and Dukes. And it is going to be Schmitz and Opelt both getting rests. Barth serves it right out of the bench. Set up by Carroll. Walk now to the middle, and that one too far off the hand of Anding. Tied up once more as Cusack will get ready to serve it. That one is stopped, hustling to get back to it, and just having enough muscle to get it over the line that time was Ormond. And a couple different attempts to try and get that one over the net, but just barely not enough, as Assumption will take the lead once more. Dukes, Anding, now stopped by Halbersma on the other end. Tipped over, set up by Dable, and that one will be smacked down by Anding off the hands of a couple different Assumption players. And Neillsville gets the point, tying it back up at 15. Anding to serve. Played by Cusack. Set up now for Moon. And that one just out. Or are they going to say it was a tip? And they do. And they appealed to the other line judge. They gave each other a couple looks and decided it was a tip. So Assumption Point gets the lead back in their favor, as that one will be right out of bounds and tie it up once more. It's been a back and forth affair here in the second set. First part of this set was all swings of momentum, and now it's been kind of steady back and forth points between these two teams. We'll see who can pull away. Moon gets it over before it's stopped. Walk sets it up, and the floater perfectly done there by Dukes, as those defenders on Assumption's side in that front court were so ready for a potential kill attempt. All the way back in the backcourt. Sending it over is Cusack, and she can't quite get it over. One of those where it hits that very top white part of the net and looks like it might roll over, but doesn't quite do that. And just like that, Neillsville with 3 straight points, 18-16. That one mishandled. And just like that, 19-16. And Assumption is going to take another timeout. Well, tonight's match brought to you by Williams Plumbing and Heating, locally owned and operated right here in Wisconsin Rapids. For all of your plumbing and heating needs, why look anywhere else? Call Williams Plumbing and Heating or find them online at williamsplumbingwr.com. Also brought to you by Solaris. They're your hometown fiber internet provider. Just like our athletes bring their best to the field, we bring our best to your home with lightning fast, reliable fiber internet that never quits. Stream, game, and connect without missing a beat. Get connected. Stay connected at Solaris.net. Let Carrie Van Ert with State Farm be your go-to for all of your insurance needs. Carrie and her staff are always there to help you understand your options and come away with the right coverage for you. That's Carrie Van Ert with State Farm in Wisconsin Rapids. So Neillsville once again stealing momentum away. They lead by 3 very late here in the second set, trying to put a damper on this Assumption crowd, as that one just a bit too far off the hand of Moon. 5 straight points here for the Warriors. Dable to serve once more. That one stopped by Cusack, eventually sent over by Moon. Duke sends it back. Halbersma gets it over to Cusack. That one might have gone out of bounds, and that's one of those close ones where you hate to see that hit inbound, so you want to take that chance of hitting that one back in play. You don't ever want it to be too close to call when you have an opportunity to still get that point. This one's sent down, and that one is not touched and goes out of bounds. And so Assumption now with 2 straight points, 20-18 in the second set, as Guyant will be the one to send it back. Stopped by Barth, now set up in the middle of the court by Ormond. And that one just not enough height on it, as Jess Norton fires it a little too low into the net. Dukes will now serve it for Neillsville, trying to settle down this Assumption comeback. Now up 3, 4 away from winning the set. As that one will be sent down nicely by Moon. She's able to get another point here for the Royals, and she will now be the one to serve it down 2. On the near side, a point that time by Opelts. She's able to get a great vertical that time in order to get that on a great angle on the other side of the court. Ormond to serve now. Up 3 once again are the Warriors. Now 3 away from winning the set. Walk sets it up on the outside, and a powerful hit that time by Anding. She has really been a story for the Warriors, especially in this second set. Didn't see much action in the first, but she has taken things over here. This one pinballs, somehow gets this one over. What a hit that time by Ava Moon. And now Cusack will get it back over. Walk gets it over to Ormond, who will get this one to fall on the other end. And now it is set point. Neillsville now threatening to take 2 sets in a row and have an opportunity to sweep in the third. Ormond with a nice low angle serve. Set up by Helbersma. That one might have gone out of bounds. And it will fall in Warrior territory. 24-20 now. Assumption, when they do score multiple points in a row, it tends to be 5. So we'll see what happens here. Opelt gets it up. Moon was able to stop it. Now it gets sent over by Moss. And that one well out of bounds, and that will do it here for the second set. So just like that, Neillsville overcomes another early set disadvantage and is able to win this second set outright once again, 25-20 this time. And we will send things to a commercial break as the Warriors get ready to try and sweep this one in the third set coming up here on Zaleski Sports.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Take your valuable possessions from outdoors to indoors with help from ShedsDelivered.com. It's your one-stop shop for sheds, barns, cabins, garages, greenhouses, chicken coops, and hunting blinds, all crafted by skilled Amish artisans. Headquartered in Loyal, Rod and April make it easy. Just visit ShedsDelivered.com to design your perfect structure. With short lead times and free delivery and installation, Sheds Delivered is the smart choice for outdoor storage. That's ShedsDelivered.com. Go today.
At Nicolay Bank, a great rate isn't new or trendy. Our Real Rewards checking has offered 3.00% annual percentage yield since 2011, earning customers over $20 million in interest. Join your friends and neighbors in experiencing Real Rewards checking and get excited to earn 3% more. See terms and apply at NicolayBank.com. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Welcome back here to Assumption High School in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. As we get ready for the third set, Neillsville just won the second set 25-20 as they're looking to sweep this match in the third. And if that were to happen, it would feel like one of the more competitive sweeps we've seen in a while, as the Royals have not only hung in both of these two sets, they were leading fairly early in both of the two sets. Serving this one is Carroll to get the third set started. Set up by Walk. And was there a tip? No, there was not. And Assumption, once again, will have an early set lead. Royals started off the second set with 5 straight points to make it 5-1. Now on the near side of the court, being sent over again by Cusack. Walk with the setup, tapped over by Anding. And back the other way, a nice diving stop that time by Ormond. And eventually that will be a point won by the Warriors. Dug out there by Halbersma. Able to stay alive that time. Sent over, and it is Braley Opelt that is able to get that point for the Warriors. And a couple now different situations where the Warriors felt like they were kind of against the wall on different points. They were able to battle back and get them. As Cusack taps it over and it actually gets blocked before it goes back over. Staying alive though, and now on the Warriors side. Hit over and blocked by Moon. That one smacked over, and it is a Royals point. It never did go in the court play. 2-2 now on the Key Savings Bank scoreboard. As it will be Cusack now to send it back around. Tapped over there by Walk. And now sent back the other way by Moon before being dug out by Schmitz. Tapped over the other way, and that is going to be Braylon Anding. I mentioned she did not get on the scoreboard much in the first, at least not directly leading to points. She was on the court moving around all over the place in that first, but it really wasn't until the second where she was able to pick up a lot of kills. That tandem between Walk and her really lighting things up in the second set for the Warriors, and was one of the main reasons they were able to get back into it, as Neillsville will now get another point to make it 4-2. Another 2 straight for the Warriors, as knocking this one over will be Gayant. Excuse me, that's Carroll. Smacked down, trying to pinball it up and getting it over that time. Nice diving stop by Carroll, and Moss getting it over. Barth sets it up over to Ormond to get it over. And now Moss on the other end. Set up by Dable. And a nice side swipe there to get it over by Cusack. Dug out by Carroll on that end. Moss sends it over before immediately getting it tapped back. Anding gets it over. And now Carroll on the outside of Moon. Fast moving play and a long volley here. Moon gets it over. That one's going to get blocked down. Not sure if it was blocked or if it hit the top of that net. Either way, it was Anding and I believe Dable that were able to get that stop. And then that one misplayed there for Assumption to get back on the board. So 3 straight points for Neillsville before Assumption takes that momentum away. They're going to try and get it right back themselves. One of the few situations where Assumption's been trailing early in sets. As that one will get tipped over. Nice, smart move there by Layla Walk. And that time it was Kind of off the hand a little bit weird there as it will fall short of the net. Back with Assumption 6-4 in the third set. If you're just joining us, thank you for tuning in to Zaleski Sports. Neillsville leads 2-0 on two very close sets so far in this match, as this one gets tipped over nicely by Madeline Dable. Neillsville up 7-4, trying to close out this match in 3 sets. Still a long ways to go before that, though, as it's set up by Carroll and tipped over by Ross, and trying to dive for it, but not able to is Barth. Yes, Assumption student section continuing to get into it. I think they want a certain score up on the scoreboard if Assumption can get one more. And it will be an Assumption point. And I'm just at that point at my age where I'm starting to understand jokes, but at the same time some are slipping away, and that's one of them where I'm trying to not be an old man, as that is going to be a point here for Neillsville to make it 8-6, as they're now kind of going back and forth once again in this third set. Late in the second, it kind of felt that way as well before Neillsville pulled away, and it looks like there's going to be a violation against Neillsville, as Assumption will pull back within 1. A sub coming in for Neillsville. It's going to be Schmitz coming in for Dukes, who's been working hard throughout the course of this set. That one was sent over by Ross and smacked down that time by Eden Marg, the freshman coming off the bench, and she will now come back off for being substituted for Anding. Orman sending it across, set up by Carroll and smacked down by Moss, and diving forward with a good effort is Carson Schmitz, and she can't get to it. And so that will give Assumption once again a chance to tie this one up, as we're heading into the middle part of this set. Carroll to serve. Dug out that time by Schmitz and sent over by Opelt. Trying to get to that one, but going a little bit too far, landing on that stage all the way back in the back court. I mentioned this on Tuesday's match. I'm surprised that they did not crank these basketball hoops up. Seems like they have the ability to do that. I have not seen one hit, as this one was hit nicely by Anding. Have not seen one hit the scoreboard tonight. We did see one go right into the hoop for what they unfortunately did not label as 2 points, but that happened on Tuesday. I've not seen that yet here tonight. Set up by Carroll, as that one will be smacked down. Looks like that one hit the net before Neillsville even got the chance to block it. That'll make it 12-8, and that will be a timeout here for Assumption, as we'll now round out our sponsors. Thank them so much again for being sponsors of Zaleski Sports. Shouldn't financial advice focus on you, your goals, and your dreams? I certainly think so. Your Modern Woodman of America representative can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. Call Scott Patrick at 715-424-1873. That's 715-424-1873 to start the conversation. And we'd also like to thank a few more sponsors: Skis Meat Market, Maida Custom, that's M-A-D-A, Key Savings Bank, Culligan Water, and Express Employment. Thank you to all of them for sponsoring Zaleski Sports. And so if this game does end in a sweep, we certainly would like to remind you that there's plenty of other matchups going on, 7 total, in fact, here on Zaleski Sports to check out after the conclusion of this one. But Assumption only 4 down in this third set. They've been, very back and forth affair with this Warriors team. Certainly have the capability to extend this match. But they got to find a way to get momentum back here. Hit from the outside by Guyant. It's then sent right back over by Neillsville. And Cusack looks like that was blocked out of bounds, and so she will pick up the point there. She's been responsible, or at least the facilitator, for a lot of these impact plays. That one was close to out of bounds, but Ormond deciding to go for it as it's tapped over by Dable. Carroll set it up, and it's smacked a little bit too high. That time by Moon, and it'll be another Neillsville point. Coming back in here is Barth for Neillsville, as well as Dukes. The two of them have been subbing in and out with Schmitz and Opelt pretty consistently throughout the match. That one will be smacked over and staying in bounds. Beautiful placement that time by Ava Moon. How about that one? She was able to, that angle almost seemed impossible. She hit it from right around that out of bounds pole and was able to just finesse it in bounds on the other side. Stopped that time by Ormond. Smacked down perfectly that time by Dable. And man, when she can get in a good position, Dable has tremendous power for that Warriors team. 14-10 as it'll be sent over now by Anding. And that one just out of bounds. And the point will go right back to Assumption. That one was a close one. Seen a couple of those on the other end for Neillsville, but definitely have to respect their decision to go for those to make sure those don't land in bounds and focus on what they can control. Now smacking it from the outside. Good stop by Helbersma, and getting it over was Ross. And that one a little too hot to handle, as looked like it was Marg that was able to get that one down, and a nice diving attempt for a Royal over there, not quite able to get to it. Another 4-point lead here for Neillsville in the mid stages of this third set, as running to get that one and not able to, and the Neillsville Warriors doing that celebration of trying to cool down Madeline Dable, and they are right, she is on fire so far here in this third set. 11-16 here on the Key Savings Bank scoreboard. So that one will be set up here in the middle for Cusack, and kind of sending it right into that middle area where communication's key in that middle part of the court, trying to figure out who was going to take that, and no one did. And so the Royals trying to stay in this one. They're going to have to string some points together, though. Going back and forth isn't going to get the job done in this stage in the set. Set up by Walk, sent over again by Dukes. And there's Carroll in midcourt. Cusack sends it down and able to get the point, and they're going to keep the point alive. Neillsville not knowing for sure if that was the end of the point, but it was. Assumption had already won at that point. So now they got 2 points in a row. See what they can do with it here. Ava Moon serves it over, stopped by Ormond. That one too high off the hand of Marg. And now Assumption within 2. And they're going to go backstage to find this volleyball. And doesn't look like they have any other volleyballs to use. They do have one, but still, Ava Moon will enter center stage with the ball. And she will be the one to serve it down 2. And that one will be a bit too far. And so, trying to get that momentum, and Neillsville able to get back to a 3-point lead. It's not crucial yet, but only 8 away from winning this match. Dukes to serve. This one taken with good communication by Halbersma. On the outside now, Cusack, and that one just out of bounds. But they're going to say it was tipped. Not sure who touched that one for Neillsville, but the line judges certainly can see it better than I can. Schmitz coming in relief of Dukes. Nora Ross to serve. As this one is a high one that would have landed in bounds, so good decision there. As that one gets blocked down, but then a floater up and over for Braley Opelt. 18-15 now, and as long as Neillsville, they're fine with giving up a point if they continue to get the point right back. Back and forth affair is something they want to see right now. Orman stops this one, then gets sent down, and it will be a Neillsville point as it was Anding once again able to get that one. And so now 2 straight for Neillsville, trying to be the first to break 20 for 3 straight sets. From the near side, that one doesn't quite get over, and so it will be an Assumption point. And so it will most likely be on Cusack and Moon to try and lead this team back into this set. Only down 3, certainly doable as Halbersma now back around to Cusack. Stopped on the other end by Anding. Diving stop nicely that time for Carroll. It gets sent back over. Walk sets it up on the near side. It gets blocked and trying to get it over, but can't quite do it as it pinballs between a couple different Royals. And that makes it 20-16 as coming in now will be Dable as Hemp will come back off the court. And now a timeout taken by Assumption. And potentially the last one here of this match. Assumption hoping that's not the case. 20-16 in the final, potentially final set here on Zaleski Sports.
I got referred to the orthodontist and I was really nervous, but in my 2-year process, the staff was very welcoming and very kind to me. My brother also had treatment here and he was very happy with the smile. I'd recommend Bruce Orthodontics to all my friends and family that want a beautiful smile just like us.
When I come in for my appointments, the wait is really short. All of the workers are very kind and sweet. They try to make sure that everything in my mouth is just right after my checkup, and Dr. Bruce is very nice.
I'd love the opportunity to meet you and transform your smile. Call us to set up your free consultation today.
Does your roof need attention? Don't replace it, restore it with seamless commercial roof.
Welcome back here to Assumption High School for what could potentially be the conclusion of this match. As now going to serve it is Layla Walk. She's been an excellent facilitator, leading the team in assists so far in tonight's match. As this one will be smacked down, but out of bounds. No tip on that one. And the Royals will get back within 3. And now here comes Cusack to serve it away. Stop there by Schmitz. Beautiful setup and splits right between the middle. I believe that was Opelt. And that was kind of in that weird position where both players really would have had to full-on dive just to get close to it. And so, quick little break here to tie a shoe. And serving it here will be Barth. Back up 4 and 4 away from winning the match. Great setup here for Moon. That one gets blocked, but can't quite get it over. And a diving attempt that time by Barth. Can't quite do it as the Royals get to 18 now. Madison Moss will serve it now here for the Royals. Stop by Dukes. Now set up by Carroll on the outside of Moon, and that one diving stop by Ormond. And then trying to get up and over the net there was Dukes, couldn't quite do it. And now it's down to a 2-point lead. Another walk set up on the outside of Dable. And that one will go out of bounds. Ends up on that far side of that marker. And now Neillsville 3 away from winning the match. On the outside, Moon. It hit the net and got blocked, and then will fall between a couple different Royals. And for all you Monsters Inc. fans out there, it is 23-19. Set up here on the outside, Carroll. And this one gets blocked and out of bounds. And not sure what the deliberation is here. That looked like it was tipped, and they're going to give the point to Neillsville. As I don't really know what the decision is here, as that one looked like it clearly changed direction. I don't really know what the call was there. Be interested to watch that back after the conclusion of the match, but not quite sure what happened there. Either way, it is match point here for Neillsville. And now on the outside, can't quite get it over. It'll be Assumption's point, and they will get to 20 in this third set. Back against the wall, trying to make something happen here. The serve by Guyant. Set up to the outside by Dable, and that's going to do it. Dable with another great spike off of another beautiful set. And that spells the end of the match here from Assumption High School. Your final in the last set, 25-20, just like it was the second set. 3 close sets, but a sweep here for the Neillsville Warriors. After this commercial break, we'll bring you to the post-game show presented by Key Savings Bank. You'll feel right at home from the moment you walk through the door at Key Savings Bank. Enjoy all the perks of working with your local community bank and experience it for yourself by stopping in or online at keysavingsbank.com.
We have something that we're trying to create at Key Savings Bank called Outward Energy. We don't just want to have the doors open, our members walk through. We want to be where they are. We go to meet them, we participate in their events. We think that's vitally important for us to show that Key Savings Bank is a part of the communities that we're in.
We received a very positive reaction from our community. On average, we had 250 to 300 kids alone that entered our building for the Halloween party. That didn't include the adults, grandparents, parents that brought the children. It's wonderful to be out in our community grocery shopping with my Key Savings Bank apparel, and families walk up to me and say, "Hey, I attended your Halloween party."
So about a month ago, I was approached by Sheriff Becker of Wood County Sheriff's Department, and he asked me if we'd want to participate in the Back the Badge bench press meet. So Key Savings Bank sponsored, had a $500 sponsorship to that, and I myself participated in that. And it was a really great experience. There was about 40 different people that participated throughout Wood County and actually the state. So with the Sheriff's Department obviously doing so much for us and throughout the community, it was just our way of giving back.
And now when I tell my friends and family what I'm doing or what I do every day or what involvements I'm doing, they're like, oh, that's the bank that offered the Halloween party. That's the bank that does the Christmas party. That's the bank that sponsors these golf events. So our awareness alone has just become amazing in the last year.
And we welcome you back here to the post-game show from Assumption High School as the Neillsville Warriors able to win this one in a 3-set sweep. I'm here with head coach Chelsea Schmidt and Layla Walk. And I'll start with you, Chelsea Schmidt. This was really a match when you have a sweep, it doesn't usually end this way. Every single one of those sets was close. And on top of that, you had the beginning of the set starting off, most of them with this team behind. Talk about the mental fortitude of this team to be able to overcome those early deficits in sets and able to sweep this one.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about having mental toughness, especially coming off Tuesday night's loss. We kind of fell apart the fourth game, and so calling timeouts and on the sideline and stuff was a lot of conversations about you have to hustle, you have to want to win in order to come out with the wins.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach, and I'll send things over now here to Layla. When I think about your position, the first thing that comes to my mind is facilitator. Nothing that happens on that side of the court happens without what you do. Talk about, especially being now in a position as a junior. People talk about that transition from sophomore to junior as a leader on a team. Kind of talk about what your role means to this team in your eyes.
Well, I think the role, it's very important to get everybody on track and to motivate them as much as possible. I also feel like it's my role to be able to get the ball where it is so that everybody can get a good hit and then we can get points. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'll have you do one more thing for me. So I'm going to give you this microphone. I'll step away, give you a 1, 2, 3. You'll say, I'm Layla Walk and I'm in the house. All right? 3, 2, 1.
I'm Layla Walk and I'm in the house. Yeah!
Coach Chelsea pregnant!
Thank you very much. Yeah.